Breaking news this morning on your fast track to the top of the hour. Russia says it will temporarily cease fire in Ukraine so evacuations can resume. The Russian Defense Ministry claims the ceasefire began this morning. The civilians from several cities, including Kyiv, Mariupol, Kharkiv, and Sumy, will be given an opportunity to evacuate. This announcement follows previous failed attempts to evacuate the city of Mariupol, where an estimated 200,000 people were trying to flee but were forced to shelter from Russian shelling.
The Russian Defense Ministry says today's ceasefire was requested by French President Emmanuel Macron during a discussion yesterday with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Russian forces will be observing the ceasefire with drones, but there is no word on how long it will last. This all comes as officials from both sides are planning a third round of talks today. Oil prices are continuing to surge due to supply disruptions stemming from Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine and the possibility of a ban on Russian oil and natural gas. Prices are now rising to highs that have not been seen in 13 years. The U.S. oil benchmark is at $130, the highest since July of 2008.
Brent crude oil hit a high of just over $139 at one point overnight. This is also the highest since July of 2008. While Western sanctions against Russia have so far allowed the country's energy trade to continue, most buyers are avoiding Russian products already. According to the analysis at J.P. Morgan, 66% of Russian oil is struggling to find buyers.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is among 25 Republican governors calling on President Joe Biden to increase U.S. oil and gas production in an effort to restore energy independence, protect consumers, and help our allies. They want him to remove the bans on new oil and gas developments on federal lands and on the Keystone XL pipeline, so the U.S. doesn't have to buy oil from enemies like Russia.
Police in Grand Forks are looking for help tracking down a man with a BB gun who shot two people on the UND campus. It happened around 1 yesterday morning near University Avenue near North Columbia Road. Neither victim was hurt, but they said the guy was driving a dirty white car, and they called the UND police if you have any information about the shooting.
One man is headed to court this week on charges of attempted murder and robbery in Fargo. Fargo police arrested 56-year-old Fabian Henderson yesterday after a 24-hour manhunt. Police got called around 2 Saturday morning in the 3100 block of North Broadway.
Dispatch audio indicates that the call was for a stabbing, but police have not confirmed that. They plan to release more information today. Henderson was previous convictions for assault of a fire or emergency personnel, possession of or sale of a switchblade, and criminal trespassing.
6:52 now on this Monday morning. Let's get a check of that forecast. Starting out kind of chilly out there this morning, Lisa.
Yeah, temperatures cold, our wind chills even lower in a lot of spots. We're dealing with some of that wind and some numbers that are have a negative sign in front of them. Here's a look. This is our live view in Devil's Lake. You can see the sun coming up. We do have a few clouds in and around the Devil's Lake Basin. A lot of places, though, reporting some clear skies and some sunshine on the way in the next few minutes. Fargo, 6 degrees, our current temperature in the FM area. The wind too light to have an impact at the moment, but we get a little wind picking up, and you can see where we're dealing with wind chills below 0 in other places, like Grand Forks. We're at 4 below, or the 4 above for your temperature, 9 below your wind chill. And in Thief River Falls, 1 above with a 9 below wind chill there. Bemidji also 9 below. When we factor in that wind, it's only 2 above there, but our temperature's actually gone up a little bit with a west wind. Again, not very strong, but just enough to send those temperatures up slightly in some spots. And Fergus Falls is at 5 degrees, but it feels more like 10 below. So it's a morning to wear the hat and the gloves, the heavy coat, yet again here to start off the day. And you're going to want to keep them on hand for the rest of the week, too. I'll show you that in a second. Devil's Lake, 9 degrees right now. It's 6 below. And at the moment, again, it's pretty quiet in the valley. We've got mainly some clear skies. It's not until later tonight that we see our next chance for some precipitation. So out at the bus stop today, not too bad. It's just going to be cold. The kids will want again wear their winter gear. We're looking at some sunshine to start this morning, and then heading home from school, temperatures back into some 20s, more clouds starting to push in. We'll also have some wind starting to pick up out of the west and then eventually becoming southerly tonight, feeding into that system. And so we're looking at some wind speeds into the teens, maybe up to 20 miles per hour by this afternoon. So let's talk about what's going on here. Here's a look at our forecast. So tonight and into tomorrow, we've got a storm storm system that's going to be moving through, most of it largely passing north of us through Canada. But we're going to have some of the fronts with this system sweep through. That's going to kick up the wind. It's going to create a temperature swing going on here. Temperatures actually warming up and staying mild overnight. And then in addition to that, you see this here, the potential for some light snow, most likely up north is where we'll see some of that light snow. But combine that with that wind that could be gusting around 40 miles per hour tomorrow. And wherever that snow is falling, we know this. It's basically been the story of our winter. Wind and snow, not a good combo. It could lead to some issues with visibility out on those roads. And that's, again, especially the case up north. Temperatures will be into the 20s both couple of days here to start the week. But by the end of the week, we've got colder air pushing in behind this system and temperatures feeling like they're in the 30s below potentially for your wind chills coming up by the end of the week. We do start to turn things around for the weekend, and that's also when we spring forward. Daylight saving time starts this weekend, so don't forget to turn your clock 1 hour ahead.
A lot of things going on there, but the big one with the clock, get to sleep in now while you can, I suppose, huh?
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Now 6:56, road rage on I-94. A Jamestown man is waking up in the Cass County Jail for allegedly ramming an SUV several times near Castleton yesterday. The North Dakota Highway Patrol arrested Joshua Buchanan for reckless endangerment, driving under the influence of drugs, carrying a concealed weapon, and other drug charges.
Troopers say someone reported being hit from behind several times yesterday afternoon. The suspect's vehicle was located on the farm approach just off of I-94 exit west of Castleton. A west central Minnesota man is dead after crashing his semi in a Swift County. The State Patrol says 59-year-old Harry Dunnan of Octonville died Saturday near the town of Appleton. There's no indication of the police report on why the vehicle left the highway. And one person was hurt when they were hit by the side mirror of a passing car near downtown Grand Forks. Police say the victim was walking along the side of the road in the 400 block of 42nd Street north yesterday morning. When the crash happened, the victim was not seriously injured.
It's North Dakota's first and only federal capital punishment case, and now prosecutors say they are appealing a ruling that overturned the death sentence for a Crookston man who kidnapped and killed UND student Drew Shadeen. A jury convicted Alfonso Rodriguez Jr. in 2006 of killing Shadeen, who was from Pequot Lakes, Minnesota. Prosecutors filed a notice Thursday with the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals that they are challenging the ruling by Judge Ralph Erickson, who oversaw Rodriguez's trial and is now a member of the 8th Circuit.
He ordered a new sentencing phase for Rodriguez last year after the ruling that Rodriguez's constitutional rights were violated last fall. Judge Erickson ordered a new sentencing phase be conducted because Rodriguez's defense team failed to consider key factors.
South University Drive may look a little different today as crews are set to tear down that old Kmart building.
The Valley Today's JC Dodd joins us with details on the demolition. Good morning, JC.
Good morning. Yes, today is the day that these massive pieces of equipment will be tearing into the former Kmart building here on South University Drive, and it is a big day. So they haven't started up today, but there's 3 more over there, and developers tell me it's the day. They're digging in. They're going to start the demolition, of the Kmart, and there's big plans for this massive lot here in South Fargo. We told you about a month ago that first they had to work on the inside. They had to do asbestos abatement and things like that, but they are ahead of schedule. This is going to be sooner than they expected. Today is the day, March 7th, right here. So what is going to go in this lot? They have plans for Beyond Shelter to install, or to build rather, low-income housing for elderly on the west side of the lot, and then here they also plan to put in a strip mall with retail locations and restaurants and things like that. So lots to come with this lot that has been vacant for more than 2 years now. Now they say they hope to break ground by this summer, so summer 2022, with hopes of the project being done by fall 2023. And today is the visual beginning of that project for this lot that's been vacant, like I said, for more than 2 years now.
JC, have you talked to them at all about when they expect to fire up those backhoes behind you this morning?
I think it might be too early. I haven't heard from them today, but it's supposed to be today from what they said at some point.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll keep our eyes on it. JC Dodd reporting live. Thank you. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. We have more live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up for you right after this on the Fargo CW. Have a great Monday.